it back in. Williamson leads him down the back straightaway. It's a half a car length. Now it's 3/4 of a car length as Maddie's going to try the outside. Gets way loose off turn 4. Tim Jones, slide job city. New race leader at 4 to go.
2 more turns of the wheel for the 15J of Tim Jones, who's going to pick up the checkers here tonight in the Spring Sizzler. Tim Jones out of turn number 4 now. It'll still be Brad Rouse doing the slide job on the 15 of Adam Leslie. He'll pick up the checkers.
Looks underneath them. They'll make contact coming off turn 4. They'll both keep it straight with Friesen taking over that position and get the naughty stick. And just like that, Friesen hits the upside rail, and Napper hits him in.
He'll take over position number 3, and he's not finished. He'll now slide into that 2 spot. Krushka now 3-wide battle there for position number 3 is Dylan Westbrook. We're going to take something up on the top side, and he will. He'll now take over position number 3.
Leading the way through turns 1 and 2, and quickly the 17 of Josh Slider moving up through the field, trying to sit in that 2nd spot, but he has competition with the 16 of Brent Meisner quickly coming up on the bumper of that 6.
Meisner now slides up in front of the 07 to Watson, and that puts Watson in the wall. Tough break for the 06 of Meisner. 5th at 08 of Beckett, who unloads an engine coming to the checkered flag.
McPherson trying to find a way under the X car of Chris Storm as they go down the backstretch. Storm with 2 more turns of the wheel, going to win his very first sportsman feature. The checkers are out for the X car of Chris Storm.
Tell us about your race for your first career win there.
That was a fucking blast. Good.
Pardon his language, he says. He's super excited.
For the 4th spot as the 777 of Tyler Willard clips the front stretch wall, goes way off the racetrack as the 37 of Greg Penante makes his final turns of the wheel here in this first feature event for our Pinty's 358 Modifieds, bringing home his first win of 2017, the 37 of Greg Penante.
Here he is climbing out of the car. First on the season and first time in a while here at Merrittville. It's the 37D of Greg Penante.
Well, first thing, I never thought I'd ever be standing here. I'll tell you, when I retired 3 years ago, but my family's been working here, and I've been sitting home by myself Saturdays, and Andrew gave me a call this winter, so, we worked out a little deal, and I'm happy to drive for him, and want to wish all the fathers happy Father's Day. This is for my dad, and this win is for Andrew's father. I promised I wanted to try to get him one this year, and I did.
Bigelow doing a nice job moving the 2nd spot pretty quick in this one as Rob Knapp's trying to do the same thing as he now splits the 88 of Bellamy and the 1 of Golding with a nice move through the middle at turn 1 and 2.
The guy running the extreme high side here tonight. Watson now trying to follow him as he figures maybe Winger's got something up there. I might want to try that as well. The 08 of Beckett, a little bit off the pace as well. It might be the 08 of Beckett that's lost that.
I think it was the 4-winger that lost the wheel. The left front went flying down the back straightaway, and that's what caused him to spin up. Now Bowman gets a good run in the 2nd spot and crosses over to try to get under a wooden slide job through turn number 1 and 2 for the lead. Williamson definitely looked like he's getting a little better bite on the bottom now. Later in this feature, as now they're side by side for the lead. Bowman still gets a good run off turn number 4 to hold the lead that lap as we complete lap number 23. But this time Williamson with a good shot out of turn number 2, and he might lead down the back straightaway. Looks like he does into turn number 3. Matt Williamson, your new leader, coming to the 2nd spot down the back straightaway now. As we got cars sideways down the back straightaway in the middle, that's LaRock and the 11 of Teeble get all mixed up down the middle of the back straightaway. Lead now coming out of turn number 4. On the bottom is Worcester, as I say, that gets real loose, and now he's up onto the go-kart track sideways coming on down the front straightaway. The door for the 3 of Chad Brackman to move in now. As we race into turn number 3, Brackman throws it into the bottom of Rudolph, squeezes him out. Let's see what happens here. No contact as they come out, but Brackman's going to be your 5th place runner now.
Russell King, top side of the track. He had a bad time trial earlier in the night, and he's had to work his way through the field in both his heat and now the feature. And now he's battling with Jason Knowles and John Waters for the 5th spot, and they make contact as everyone going for the same piece of real estate.
Between these two.
Definitely an awesome battle. 2 racers that can trust themselves, but Jones misses the bottom that time a little bit, gets out of the good stuff, slides at the track, and that opens the door for Rudolph to shoot down the back straightaway. Coming out of turn number 4, though, Jones battles back on the bottom, and he's still going to lead that lap. Lap number 21. Jones still takes the lead as Rudolph throws it on the top to try to get back around him. Awesome race up front. Matt crosses over, goes to the bottom, and now here comes Matt looking to the inside of the 25 for the lead with 2 to go.
Rudolph's got to stay to the bottom. Matt Williamson very strong at the bottom, but I think like we talked about before, Rudolph's car just a little too free in turn number 2, and that may be the issue here as we see that white flag fly as right now at the line, the 6 of Matt Williamson, your new leader.
Side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Williamson and Rudolph. Williamson's got the advantage into 3. Here it's coming down for the checker flag for $2,666. It's going to be Matt Williamson, your winner in the 6. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, climbing out of the car. 3 for 3 on the weekend. And Brian Stevens Memorial winner number 6, Matt Williamson. Well, Matty, this one's got to feel good. You break Rudolph's streak. He's going for 3 in a row. It took you to 2 to go with this one. Rudolph looked like he was getting loose at the end, and you were just getting better and better on the bottom. You stuck it out. You really didn't mess around with the top too much. You stuck to your game plan, and it worked out in the long run.
Man, we beat one hell of a race car driver.
Yeah, that battle for the 5th spot continues through turn number 4 as the X-Car of Buscombe spins in front of the field and collects a slew of
2 to go
cars.
sign from starter Steve DeVos into turn number 1. Coutu slides it out. Riley to the bottom. Riley looks like he might get a good bite this time. Side by side down the back straightaway into turn number 3. Riley and Coutu battling for the lead, coming for the white. This could be an exciting finish. That time Coutu slips out, and here we go. White flag for your new leader, Alex Riley, this time.
As they come out of turn number 4, give the checkers to Alex Riley, winning his first 4-cylinder feature event.
Here he comes, first time feature winner in the mini stocks. How about a hand for number 17, Alex Riley? Nichols in the 2K of Neil, or 2X of Neil, banging doors a little bit. That's going to open up the door for a 3-wide battle now into turn number 3 down the back straightaway. Riley thinks better of it, backs out. Still side by side for the lead spot. Here we go. Checker flag is out. Who's it going to be? Clinton Nichols is going to hold on to it, followed by the Carlings back of the 38. And that opens up the door a little bit for the 96 of the Bonesmobile, who does a crossover move on the 71 of Bowman. Nice move by the number 96 of Carl. Flag out this time. 72T of Tanner Podwinski takes the lead, showing a little smoke into turn number 1 and 2. Pushes up big time. As now the 11 of Teeple gets into him, and 00 of Thompson also gets collected. Other 72 of Podwinski's shooting down the back chute. Looks like he's in the wall down the pit road. Powering down the back straightaway. He looks to the outside of his teammate, throws it on the top. And no, we got a hard roll. 6 of Meisner's big time upside down in turn number 3 and 4. Side by side, Slider leads that lap under the starter. Steve DeVos' white flag. Let's see what happens on this last lap. 4 more turns to go. They're still side by side. Bigelow gets a good bite out of the bottom at turn number 2. He's going to lead him down into turn 3. Slider's going to throw it in back on the top. Let's see what happens out of turn number 4. Slider's going to get a good run. Here it is. Winner's going to be battling, slamming. Josh Slider wins in the moat. Good race.
About a half a car length distance behind the 2X of Neil. Only one more turn of the wheel as they are going to be side by side out of turn number 4. At the line, though, it is going to be the 2X of Neil.
He's going to go to the inside of the 26 of Meisner for the 3rd spot and take it as, whoa, RJ Pitts hard flip in turn number 3.
Larry Lampman Jr. able to get around the 27 of Zimmerman. Zimmerman piles into the side of him.
Fast Fred looking extra racy in this one. He gets to the inside of Gordon now. And Fast Freddy's going to be your leader on lap number 5. 3 to go in this one. Gordon trying to cross back under. And now Gordon, they race side by side for the lead down the back straightaway. Dead even into turn number 3. Freddie fires it in the top. Gordon on the bottom. Freddie way to the outside out of turn number 4 that time. And there's a dead heat at the line that time as they come down to click off. 2 to go. Chris Perry in the 9. Stephen Beckett and Art and Randy Drew battling for the 3rd spot, and Beckett with a nice move to take 2nd out of 4, past about 3 cars that
time. Giving the nudge to the 13 as everybody kind of slows down. Garnet Wilson with the hard charge into the 3rd and spins it out of turn number 4 with the lead. Collects Brandon Aducciani, and we've got a rollover will be red on the
almost
speed.
4 wide for the lead. Pagnotta still your leader. Moulton on the inside. Moulton slides up. He's trying to go for the lead. Moulton is your leader out of turn number 2. And now here comes Kelly. They are 4 wide for 2nd spot with Riley on the bottom. Now they're 3 wide into 3. Kelly on the outside of Coutu, and Coutu's in the middle in the sandwich. They make it through. 2X gets into the 4, Coutu a little bit. They straighten it out, and Moulton. Half a lap to go for the 29 of Smith. Busman's going to try to take this heat race win away from him. Smith's going to try to hold it off. Smith drives it in hard into turn number 3 and slips up. That might just do it. Here comes down to the checkered flag. It's going to be Buscombe by just a nose. Green flag's out. We're racing into turn number 1. Ooh, Domini gets to the inside guardrail and pushes up into Sharp. Tough break for Sharp there as he's 3 wide now with Bigelow and Roush for the 4th spot. Domini in 2nd. Storm in 3rd. Domini pushes up again. We're going to almost have 4 wide coming out of 4 now. We do have 4 wide. Storm still in second as here comes Sharp trying to get back around the outside of him as they went 3 wide for a lap, and they're still 3 wide for a lap and a quarter. Riley now pushes the 12 of Kelly up a little bit, trying to nose in there. Kelly tries to push him back down. We've got a race for the lead. 3 wide right now. Riley to the inside of the 12. Kelly doing a good job in the middle. They're dead heat down the back straightaway, and now Riley starts to nose ahead a little bit. Now they're still dead heat into turn number 3. And now here comes the Rock moving to the inside of Molden. Kelly misses his marks that time, and that opened the door for Riley.
Yeah, a pretty racy feature happening on early on here as some contact here down in turn number 4. A lot of cars involved as we see the yellow come out. The 96 of Steve Shaw right there as well. The 49 of Dave Bailey. The 8 of Ryan Dinning, your top 5, as we've got a pile of cars in turn number
Murray gives him a shot going down the back straightaways. Now Murray's trying to pry into the inside as the lap car holds him up going into 3, and that's definitely an opening for Dinning as Dinning's able to hold on to lead for now as the 68 of Mortensen definitely holding up the M1 of Murray. Tough break. All right, Beckett and Perry back at it. We're officially green in this 20-lap Mod Light feature here tonight. Watson into the mode already, trying to move up. Didn't really work as we're 3-4 wide through the middle of the pack. For third, we got a 3 wide battle. 4 wide now as Jeffrey May sticks it on the bottom. As now Watson on the outside. Definitely good racing through the back of the pack out front. Who's going to lead lap number 1? It's going to be Tyler Winger as Beckett spins out, gets in front of the 16 of Bigelow. Now Klager into the front stretch wall with the 27 of Meisman. And on the bottom is Brockman's doing a good job to move up through this field in this one. Now they're 3.
Todd Gordon going to make it 3 wide. But squeeze out of the middle, though, as Brockman was a real beneficiary of that.
Retain the lead for now as a 15 J.A. Jones. Like Dana said, he's been moving up hot in this one. He's now on the back of the 38 of Ryan Susi. Wood misses the bottom. That opens up the door for Susi. Susi gets a good bite out of 4. We've got a battle for the lead. Wood better in 1 and 2. Susi looks like he's better in 3 and 4. White flag out this time for the 38 of Wood. 4 more corners. And he's going to pick up his first feature win in a long while. Let's see if he can hold off. 37 D of Panante looming in front of them. Not going to be a problem, though. Let's see what's going to happen. Out of 4, it's going to be 38 Scott Wood. Picks up his first feature win in a long time over the 15 J.
Super exciting here, climbing out of the curve. Let's hear it for tonight's 358 modified feature winner. First one in a while for the 38 of Scott Wood.
Green flag's out, and we're already 3 wide, going for the lead down the front straightaways. Lamb made a move to the inside of Tipo, who pushes up the track. As now we're almost going to be 4 wide for the lead, going down the back straightaways. Pellerine stuck it through the middle. MA, white flags out as we're 3 wide almost for the lead. It's going to be a good race in this one. As the 07 of Watson back to the top side, 23 MA to the inside of Beckett. Beckett now good run through the middle. Almost noses out in front of Watson, but Watson charges back down on the high side into turn 3. Who's it going to be? We're 3 wide for the lead almost. Out of turn number 4 to the checkered flag. It's going to be 07 Chris Watson over the 23 May. 08 Beckett. Looks like he switched to the top and starting to gain some speed as Rudolph. He's starting to move up as we're 3 wide into turn 3. Lammin into Carlton, turns him around. Tough break there for Fast Fred.
Back on the outside once again, just as he has the last few laps, but has to back out of it in turn number 3. And Buscombe going to get back on the gas pretty quickly. At the line, though, it is going to be LaRock picking up
number 1. Carlton on the outside gets her all sideways, and that's going to cost them 3 spots as both Bicknell and Lammin get by. Chad Brackman throws it in there on the high side looking for her to stick, and he gets by a couple cars.
91 of Olivier LaRock going to make it 3 wide at the line as they head down into turn number 1. The advantage going to go to the 17 of Alex Riley. The 114 of LaFontaise sticking right there. The 91 of LaRock still making it 3 wide.
I'm telling you, the mini stock 4-cylinder division, some of the best racing week in and week out here at Merrittville Speedway as Riley seems to get the better of the 3-car battle.
3 cars behind him trying to put in a best battle but cannot do anything here as the 7C of Cole Hardy going to pick up the checkers here tonight, his first win.
Here he is, folks, 7C Cole Hardy.
It 3 wide through turn number 2 with the 00 of James Thompson, the 28 of Jim Lampman.
As they battle 3 wide for 3rd, 4th, and 5th with Dave Bailey coming out the victor in that battle, and he gets underneath the 25 also.
So we know that Ryan knows his way around this racetrack. So now that he is sitting in the 3rd spot, does he have enough time to hunt down our leaders? And look at that, the 49 of Dave Bailey now looking to the inside of the M1 of Rob Murray to challenge for that top spot.
So clearly, I think the bottom is the quickest way around because Bailey was just riding around on the top side. But as I say that, he uses the top of turn 4 to get a great run outside the M1 as they come off of turn 2. We may have a new leader going into turn 3.
Murray holds down the fort on the low side of the racetrack, right in the middle now, but the 49 of Dave Bailey seems to have found something.
Can get it his. He drives it in real hard down there in turns 3 and 4. They don't touch, and on the gas, coming to the checkered, Dave Bailey picks it off to the racetrack on the infield, and we have a battle for the lead. 3 cars all together. Westbrook looking to use the outside to get around both of them.
Well, you had to know Westbrook was going to try and charge his way to the front. He's a top runner when they do come here, when his team comes to Merrittville Speedway. And there he is, riding the extreme high side, a little wobbly out of turn number 4.
So now he gets a little bit of a push that time. Reopens up the door for Pitts, who goes back to the inside. We got a battle for the lead. Complete lap number 2. Perry gets off into the moat. She's still a little slippery up there, and he goes around and up off turn number 1. Definitely still a little slippery down in that moat.
The 88 green flag goes up in the air, and Dave Flanagan already tasting the moat. Hang on, Dave Flanagan. Get it back in the ballpark. There you go.
Second into turn number 3. As Lindbergh gets into Rudolph a little bit, sends him sideways, but Rudolph straightens it up. Still on to the second spot is now Lindbergh into the back of the 08 of Delario. As yellow's out on the speed. First one to fire, and he's your leader under the green flag. Is now Bailey gets into the M1 and Murray. Hard contact as they push up the track, and that opens up the door for exit Billy Bleach. Bleach now into second. Bailey into third, and now the 72 Piapod wins the game. Oh, wow, Murray just turns Bailey in front of the field.
Napas, they'll duke it out for the 4th spot. Now Senek's going to try to look underneath Bellinger, this time off turn 4 as Bellinger shoots up the hill. Parking lot starting in turn 4.
4 wide into turn number 1. That never works out well.
Gordon jumps the cushion a little bit, and that opens the door for Bicknells. Now Gordon's into the moat and into the wall. Gordon with a huge mistake in turn number 3 and 4. And now he powers back around the outside of the 37. Into third. Gordon back under the 37. Laminin hits the 37, and now Laminin into the front stretch wall hard. Race for the 4th spot down the back straightaways. Lindbergh's now going to toss it in on the inside of the 41 to McTavish. Lindbergh looking for third as they're 3 wide for the 3rd spot out of 4, and Gordon's going to take it around the top side. Good move for the 128 of Gordon.
More turns of the wheel here. Going to try now to the outside of the Coutu machine down the back stretch. One more last chance as the 4 of Coutu out of turn number 4, almost at a halt, and here comes the 12 of Tony Kelly at the line.
There he is climbing out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Last lap pass for the 12, Tony Kelly. And then behind them, Dinning and Murray are battling. Murray's done a good job to come up from the tail as he's under the 8 of Dinning now for about the 6th spot. Looking to move in on the X of Bleach. He's already under him for the 5th spot now down the back straightaway. Murray definitely doing a good job moving up.
Yeah, Rob Murray, a front runner here each and every week, so you knew it wasn't going to be long before he made his way back into the top 5 as they go 3 wide now. Murray, the X car of Bill Bleach Jr., the 47X of Kyle Pelrine, everybody sorting themselves out now as the Rob Murray going to come out.
Bailey to the top, Murray to the bottom. Murray's come up from tail, done a good job. He's in the inside of your leader, Dave Bailey, down the back straightaway, and we've officially got a race for the lead. Thompson's able to move into third now. Dinning's coming under the 28 of Lampman, looking for some racing room. Not able to do it this side. Lampman holds on to the 4th spot and still side by side for that lead. As now that time Bailey pushed a little bit, had the wheels cranked, and that opened the door for Murray, he's got the lead now into turn number 3 by a note.
Opens up the gap for the M1 of Rob Murray, who sees the checkers in sight, picking up the win here tonight. Rob Murray in the M1.
Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, out of the car. Let's hear it for tonight's feature winner. First one on the air, M1 Rob Murray. Bigelow jumps on the gas, got a little loose, maybe missed a shift. As that opened up the door for the 23 of May. May now gets under the 17 of Meisner. Meisner back to the top, gets a little steam, and he's got a good run of momentum down as we're going to be 3 wide.
Jeffrey May now looking to the outside of Bigelow, trying to give him a run for his money on this last lap as out of turn number 2. Jeffrey May going to be your leader. The 16 of Bigelow trying to rally back on the inside, though. May's got to keep his foot in it. As they come out of turn number 4, it is going to be the 16 of Brent
Able to
Bigelow.
save it as Carlton's trying to get under the 3RS's Susie.
3 wide with Lindbergh, Susie, and the 96 of Carlton. As Lindbergh taking the high side around the racetrack, now getting around the 96 of Carlton to move himself into
96
fourth.
does so successfully. Flanagan back to the lead now. Carlton tries to cross under. He's going to throw the slide job on the 72 of Flanagan, and Carlton now is going to be your new leader as they come across the line.
Flanagan dives back up to the high side of the track, blocking the 28 of Gary Lindbergh as they come out of turn number 2. The 96 of Carlton, the 72 of Flanagan going to be side by side. Entering turn number 3 now, the 96 of Carlton way down at the bottom of the racetrack. And they'll exchange the lead once again, the 72 of Tommy Flanagan, your leader.
Flanagan around the top in 3 and 4. Lindbergh that time gets the lead. Lindbergh led that lap 14, as he was able to get a good run on the bottom. That time he pushed Flanagan off the top of 2 a little
Tonight
bit.
in this feature, the only car on the track right now running in the 16-second mark. As a little bit of contact between the 96 of Fred Carlton gets him spun around between Matt Williamson, also involved in that as he tries to avoid it.
Lindbergh down the back straightaway into 3 and 4. He's going to swing it out at turn 4. He's going to see the checkers, and he's going to pick up his first victory of the season. Number 3, Rouse to the inside of Knapp. Now Rouse goes around. Brad Rouse loses it in front of the field, and we're going to have a parking lot big time. We've got 10 cars around in turn number 3 and 4.
This might be Brent Bigelow's opportunity, as both him and the 2K of Rob Knapp have been laying down faster lap times all night than the 74 of Dave Flanagan Jr. at the line. The new leader, the 16 of Brent Bigelow.
Half a lap to go. 2 more corners for the 16. Into 3 and 4. He goes to the top. Flanagan to the bottom. Knapp gets all squirrely off the top of 4. Bigelow wins over the 74 Flanagan. 18 Horseman win on the year. Second feature win on the night for the 16 of Brent Bigelow.
My goal this year doing double duty was to park both cars in the same night, and mission accomplished.
Now Rothwell to the inside of Pagnotta. Riley's going to look to the outside, but Pagnotta gets a good line, rolls through the middle. Rothwell hits some of the slop on the bottom, and he's going to lose 2 spots down the back straightaway as Sauter and Warner trying to split him as they race 3 wide into turn 3 for that 3rd spot. Rothwell throws it in hard as now the whole field slips up off 4. Pagnotta going to hold on to the lead as he comes down to lead lap number 2 with 3 wide battle for second.
A close call there, getting around the lap car, the 419 of Kerry Teeple, as our leaders stay side by side now in the final lap of this feature event. Down the backstretch, the 10 of Moulton taking back the lead over the 12 of Kelly, but Kelly now trying to charge hard to the outside in turn number 4 at the line. It is going to be the 10 of Moulton.
Cars battling for that 4th spot. Now they're 3-4 wide with Bigelow on the bottom, Slider in the middle trying to get around Pitts as they both do it now. As now Bigelow's to the inside of the 39 DeMol. They're still all bunched up in behind the top 3. Winger hits the lap cars. He doesn't know where to go. He goes to the bottom. Gets through them pretty quick. Nice with one little swoop. Nice move by Winger. Rouse now to the inside of the 72 for Friesen. We got a battle for the lead. Friesen gets off the top side of 4, but actually gets a pretty good run back down the front straightaway to that white flag. Friesen led that white flag lap. Friesen blocked the progress, slid up. Now Rouse back to the bottom. We've got a race for the win down the back straightaway. Rouse and Friesen side by side into 3. Who's it going to be at the line? Friesen to the top, Rouse to the bottom. Rouse could have the preferred line at the line. It's going to be Brad Rouse, 18R over 72. Friesen second.
Marty DeMol jumping out front, leading the field through turn 1 and 2, as Tucker Wood sitting in the second, and we've got a pile-up, small pile-up now.
Red flag.
We stay green, a 3-way battle, the 2K of Rob Knapp, the 1 of Golding, and that sends the 7 of Cody McPherson around, the 19 of Lynch, the 8S of Justin Sharp.
At 42 as Flanagan comes down to complete lap number 4 as Gordon doors Bicknell hard. Definitely some damage on the 128 of Gordon as Lindbergh and Wood get by Bicknell after that.
Well, action-packed here early on as the 71 of Mike Bowman spins out in almost the exact same spot he ended up last Saturday. Of Tommy Flanagan is the leader, so he is still the first car to fire.
Williamson gets a much better restart that time, rolls the middle, gets to the cushion, and's going to lead down the back straightaway. Tough break for Flanagan there as Williamson got a really good restart.
And now Williamson's going to come down and click off lap 28, and Flanagan's going to have to throw everything at him to get back up to the number 6. Lynch and Wright get to the gas. Wright gets the lead down the front straightaway. Good start by the 09 of Trevor Wright. And he's going to have the lead through turn number 1 and 2. Now he pushes up a little bit out of turn number 2, opens the door a little bit for the 19 of Lynch. Wright still your leader through turn number 1 and 2. They're almost 3 wide for the second spot. Out of turn 4, Wright leads lap number 1 over 19 Lynch. Flag this time, Trevor Wright looking for his first career regular dirt sportsman heat race win. He's got a bunch in the novice sportsman, but he hasn't won one in the real sportsman yet. He's got 2 more corners to hold on to see if he can get her done down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. 09, Trevor Wright. He's going to do it. He picks up the regular sportsman heat for the first one of his career.
Turn number 1, Murray trying to inch ahead of his competitors as they are all side by side down the backstretch.
Don't look now. Point leader Dave Bailey. He's up into the top 5 now as he splits 23 DeBoer and 7X. Dave Small down the back straightaways. Bailey works his way through the middle, and now he's in the third
leader
spot.
As he is the first car to fire, brings the field down the front stretch. The 37 of Larry Lampman quick to try and get back to the bottom and block the 3 of Chad Brockman. The 25 of Eric Rudolph riding the high side of the racetrack. Following the 15J of Tim Jones as Jones way to the high side of the racetrack. Losing the lead out of turn number 4 for a split second to the 37 of Larry Lampman Jr.
Awesome battle up front in this race tonight with Jones and Lampman. Jones that time went way off the top of 4, able to bring it back in and stay in the second spot, but Lampman led that lap. See who leads this one. Jones back to the top side. He's getting a run down the back straightaway. Brockman and Rudolph still battling side by side for the third spot. Now they might get together as Rudolph tried to block the progress of Brockman on the bottom. Here they come to the line to complete lap number 23.
Definitely been picking up some time here in the last few laps, but is 1 lap enough? That I'm not too sure. Brockman been laying down some faster lap times as now he gets underneath the 37S of Lampman as they are side by side through turn number 3. Does Brockman have it out of turn number 4? The 3 of Chad Brockman picking up the win.
Comes Knapp on the bottom. They make it 3 wide for the third spot. Into turn 3 as Johnson gets way high off of 4. He's going to fall back through the field as DePetro in that 4 wide move. They made it stick. They're still 3 wide into turn number 1. To go for the 57 of Joey Harrimans. I don't know if he's ever won a sportsman heat race yet. This could be his first heat race of the win of his career in the sportsman division. Out at turn number 4. Checkers flag flying, first career win for the 57 of Harriman. 3 wide now for the lead as Cunningham got loose in that turn number 4, allowed Mamo and McIntosh to get all over him, but they weren't able to do nothing as now McIntosh slips under the M7 down the back straightaway, and we got a new leader. That's Gord McIntosh. He could pretty much coast to the finish line. Here comes the 72 of Gord McIntosh. Out of turn 4, he picks up the novice sportsman win.
Friesen once again trying to mount and charge to the outside of turn number 2, dives to the inside now down the back stretch, and they'll be side by side through turn number 4. Out of turn number 4, the lead exchange, the 72 of James Michael Friesen, your leader at the line over the 8S of Justin Sharp.
And he's going to back up the win that his car owner Gord McIntosh just had in the novice sportsman feature, and they're going to sweep the sportsman division features here tonight. As Friesen's through turn number 3 and 4. Out of turn number 4, he swings the advantage trailers ride, and he picks up his second win on the season here at Merrittville. Going to know Carlton's there in a minute.
Well, Mike Bowman been slowing down a bit in the lap times about the last 3 laps now, and Fred Carlton been picking up the pace the last 3 laps. As at the line, we'll have a new leader, the 96 of Fred Carlton. Over Mike Bowman, the 38 of Scott Wood, also playing down some quickest.
Now Brockman still fighting with Bowman, who's switched lines. Bowman has got back to the top, but he's racing side by side with Brackman. Brackman puts Mike Bowman in the mode a little bit that time by, and now Brackman into the second spot, slides up in front of the 71. Carlton coming down this time to see 4 to go.
Brockman now getting around the 71 of Bowman and reeling in the 96 of Fred Carlton as Brockman gets right down to the bottom of the racetrack. Carlton trying to hit his points, but I'm not too sure if it'll be enough at the line. Your new leader, the 3 of Chad Brockman.
Into turn number 3 and 4, your point leader,
on this 2017 in the Pinty's 358 modified. He comes down to pick up another feature win. 2 in a row for the 3 of Brockman. Second, Carlton third, moving up from the back, and he's up into the second spot now. Kelly in third. Now, just as I talk about him, as always, Sauter goes around in turn 3, gets hit by Induciani and the 71W of Worstro. Ryan's got this slick track figured out these first 2 laps. He's been doing a good job up front. Now Small on the inside of Beagle trying to move up. Podwinski, they're 3 wide for that third spot with Too Cool, 84, and the 7X is Small. They were banging doors in the
Wood through the middle, and he's got a bit of breathing room. Has her 3 wide behind. Now it's Lindbergh, Williamson, and White going at it for the final. Position number 3 into that redraw. White and Matt Williamson going for the same bit of real estate. They butter up the sides and slide it together 2 turns. 4, and Williamson straightens out White on the bottom. I'm not thinking Larry's going to see it that way.
To make it 3 wide, the 90 of Vince Fargnoli right there, as well as we see Bailey go to the extreme inside of the track, and they'll make it 4 wide into turn number 1.
Back to it. Max McLaughlin on the lead, and Lindbergh around the outside, pinches him down to the wall in turn number 1. And Gary Lindbergh will be the new leader onto the back straightaway. Now he's going to see Eric Rudolph out the left side door of the 28. They bang out a 2. Oh, contact, and Lindbergh gets down the inside, and he will defend, elbows up, and Rudolph takes a poke at him through turns 3 and 4. He's got a good drive off the bottom of 2 this time. Here comes Rudolph. Blast up on the inside, Lindbergh. Oh, they get together. They make contact. Rudolph goes around. Lindbergh will hold the lead, and this is going to set up a crazy deal. Works to the outside, one of the best in the business. Now pulls alongside Gary Lindbergh. Lindbergh gets a good look at who is going to challenge him next, and they draw down the back straightaway. Small block power versus big block power, and the cubic inches just seem to pull away from Shepard if he can keep it wound up, and yeah, they're still even into turn number 1. 17 laps to go, and Shepard gets around Lindbergh, but Lindbergh with a better line on 2. Pulls back underneath Matt Shepard, and they're even back to turn number 3. On the inside goes Lindbergh, trying to grab that good bit of dark clay down on the inside and bite it in. Gets it into 1 again, and Shepard pushes up high. Lindbergh again with the draw, but here's where Lindbergh has trouble hanging, but no, he doesn't, as he's right down on the good stuff. Plants that left rear on the good line. Shepard overcooks it in 4, or does he? Carries the momentum up to the moat, and now he's going to try and come across the nose of Lindbergh. Shepard leading into turn 1 again, but Lindbergh with the drive off of 2. Can he reel him down? 15 to go, and Matt Shepard leading into 3, but Lindbergh pulls along the bottom once again. One more time through 3 and 4. Here comes your leader, Super Matt Shepard, looking for another win on the tour as he rolls it into victory lane tonight.
Podwinski down the back straightaway. He's got 2 corners, and he's going to pick up this final heat win here tonight for our Hoosier Stocks. And Lampman, one final stab at it. He really tosses her in there this time. Let's see if it's going to work. At the line, it's going to be Podwinski over Lampman.
Of Meisner, going to be squeezed in the middle of Bigelow and Winger as Meisner rolls it in turn number 4. 3RS of Ryan Susi dives down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to find a way around the 1 of Gordon as they go 3 wide with 28 of Lindbergh on the high side of the racetrack, and they'll stay 3 wide through turns 1 and 2. Down the back stretch, the 28 of Lindbergh with a good hollow to turn number 2, able to hold on to second, and a little bobble from the 1 of Gordon, trying to get as close as he can to the 38 of Wood as he dives back down to the bottom, and the 27 of Zimmerman spun out. Kept it going though, but that could have been catastrophic there for the 28 of Lindbergh and the 3RS of Susi. 38 of Scott Wood through turn number 2. Wood gets a good run out of turn 2, but not good enough as into turn number 3. Ryan Susi has the advantage, and out of 4 will be a new leader in the 3RS of Ryan Susi.
Flag lap, it looks like Susi might have it down the back straightaway. He's got a 5-car advantage over the 38 of Wood into turn 3 and 4 for the final time out of 4. He sees a checker flag. Ryan Susi picks up win number 2 on the season. Here he is climbing out of the car, ladies and gentlemen. Second feature win on the season for the 3RS of Ryan Susi. Fargnoli again by just a nose, but here comes Small, and that 7X going to make it a 3-car battle for the win here on this final lap. Small sticking his nose into the middle. Ryan and Fargnoli almost make contact off the second turn. Fargnoli into turn number 3 and 4. Pellrine on the bottom. Who's it going to be at the line? Fargnoli or Pellrine? It is Pellrine by a nose over 3 wide now through turn number 1 and 2. Farnham with a nice move. Defending Ransomville champion. Real nice move now to get through is Rob Knapp, who's going to barrel roller through turn number 1 and 2. Knapp caught a wheel there and barrel rolls that 2K in turn number 3 and 4, and we are going to have to go red.
On the rear of the 2K, I'm sure quite a bit of other damage, so tough break for Rob Knapp.
Green flag out. We are racing on modified heat 1. Zimmerman gets pretty loose off turn number 4 for the initial start. Now we are bottled up 3 wide for that second spot. Zimmerman and Carlton banging doors a little bit, as now the 27 is Zimmerman. He has unloaded an engine in that 10 cars. Here comes Cole Hardy to see the white flag. This time by Riley looks to the inside, Molden to the outside. We're 3 wide for the lead into turn 1.
Well, an exciting final lap here. The 17 of Alex Riley with the advantage out of turn number 2. The 7C of Cole Hardy hanging in there. And the 10 of Moulton had to back out of it. He'll file back to the 3rd spot as out of turn number 4 at the line. A close battle, but it is going to go to the 7C of Cole Hardy.
Ooh, Teeple threw her in way too hard. He's off the top of turn number 4. He's going to lose a bunch of spots as we're 4 wide now for the 3rd spot. 4 wide down the front straightaway. That's not going to work out. Into turn number 1, and it did. Lampman got a little loose, but he saved a battle for the lead this time into turn number 3 and 4. Lindbergh on the top side, 6 of Williamson on the bottom side. At the line, it's going to be Winberg's got the lead. He's new leader in the 28Z of Gary Lindbergh. Cody McPherson now in that 7th car has moved his way into the top 5 around the 72 of James Michael Friesen. Leslie trying to move around Friesen as well. Those two make contact into turn number 1. Leslie and Friesen up the track as they got hooked together. Looks like they're still beating each other's doors off down the back
straight. The white flag displayed now from our starter, Steve DeVos. 1 more lap to go for the 2 of Brad Sheehan, holding on to the lead over the M1 of Murray as they head down the backstretch for the final time. Sheehan trying to stay ahead of Murray as he will out of turn number 4 to the win. The 2 of Brad Sheehan over the M1 of Rob Murray. For the battle for 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, heating up pretty quickly as we've got a 4-way battle out of turn number 2.
As Stephen Beckett leads the way into turn number 2. As I say that, Brockman starts to close in on the bottom. And we got some lap cars just at the end of the front straightaway, which is going to make this battle for the lead very, very interesting right here off of turn number 4.
Well, at the line, Brockman is your new leader. As Nathan said, they're going to come to make their way around some lap cars here. The first being the 37 of Tommy Flanagan. Brockman able to slide in front of the 28 of Lindbergh.
Like he gets it done, and out of turn number 4, tonight's 37-lap feature winner, Chad Brockman, over Gary Lindbergh.
As he leads the field down the backstretch now, the 68 of Mortensen and the 72 of Doug Anderson. A little contact between those 2 cars, and Anderson loses a bit of ground and a lot of contact with the 11R of Richardson and the 1J of Jason Fontaine.
3 wide again in the opening lap of the Sportsman Heat Race, and Brianna Ladouceur goes from, I believe, 5th to 3rd right there as we complete lap. Whoa, Tony Fraser just took out the leader. Coming out of turn 4, and the M1 has a flat right front tire. Now up in the 3rd spot with James Thompson in 4th, but the 28 of Lampman looking to get underneath him. Rob Murray right there, and what's that, 6th spot, looking to make his way back into the top 5. Hopefully make his way up to the front to compete around with Jennings Sill on the point. The 49 of Bailey opening up probably. They got about 4 or 5 car lengths over the 25. As we are working on lap number 33 with 17 laps to go in this event. As Rob Murray looks to the inside, 3 wide of the 1J and the 28, looking for 4th spot, and Murray's been making all his moves just like that off of turn number 4. He's been picking guys off on the inside, but everyone seems to know he wants to be down there, and they're trying to pinch him off.
Brewing for 2nd, 3rd, 4th spot as the M1 of Rob Murray slips into 2nd.
Let's see if he can get it done. The momentum on the top side seems to be a little better for the 00, but Rob Murray seems to have control of this race out of turn number 4, and you got a new leader this time at the line. Rob Murray is now your race leader. And one more turn as he looks out of the corner. James Thompson tries to get a run but can't get it done. The M1 holds off the 00. He's got his helmet off, the car is off, the windows net down. 50 laps, sports three-stock winner, Rob Murray in Merrittville Victory Lane. Never give up, he says. With Ronnie Davis III just kind of sitting in the catbird seat, seeing what's going to transpire. With the two cars up front, seeing if he can make a move on either of them as Bigelow drifts up off the bottom, side-by-side body slam to the 18. Everyone continues on their way like nothing happened. But Cody McPherson now up into the 4th spot. They go 3 wide with the lap cars between McPherson, Davis III, as he gets now passed by Cody McPherson for the 3rd spot. Now the 74 is on the bottom and the 5H is on the top. This is where it's going to get interesting. The 74 is staying on the bottom. The 5H, they all clear him, but right back to the bottom goes the 7. The 18R looking to cut him off, but had to slow it up, and we have a new leader out of turn number 4. McPherson now takes some more time around Merrittville Speedway. Cody McPherson looking to hold on to the 50-lap event here, but Brad Rouse wants to do something about it as he tries to make a move about the outside, but doesn't look like he's going to get it done, but he's got one more corner. Let's see if he can fly it in there. But there he is, out of turn number 4. Your winner tonight, Cody McPherson in the 7. St. Louis Bar and Grill. Holly Porter and her teammate Dylan Westbrook battle on the inside with Jake Brown going around the outside in the 110. He gets in the 2nd spot, but they are 2 wide lap cars in front of him as they look to get out of the way, and Dylan Westbrook makes the best of it, uses them as a pick to get by both the 110 and the 0 of Porter, who looks to get passed by now the 97 of Corey Turner, gets her for the 5th spot on lap number 12. Jim Hoopinen standing a torrid pace. No one's even near him as he laps the 22 of Porter. And still behind him, Westbrook and the 2 Brown boys battle side by side off of turn number 2 with Mitch on the bottom getting the advantage going into turn number 3. 2 laps to go in the feature. It's the 14, the 47, the 18 right there. 1, 2, 3 going into turn 1. And I think Ryan Susi might win this thing. I don't know about you, Dana, but he has got a rocket ship. Look at that pass. Nobody has passed Dylan Westbrook all season like that except for Ryan Susi right here. And out of turn 4, using the new leader at the line and the white flag, Ryan Susi has just come from way back in the pack to take the lead. Started 10th, first place on the white flag lap. Dylan Westbrook, bonsai move, can't get it done. Your winner, Ryan Susi, in the sprint car. You can hear you now. Ryan Susi with the last lap pass for victory here at Merrittville Speedway.